Whenever you're ready.
So, hi, my name is Isabella Buell, and I'm the proud owner of Inch by Inch What a Cinch. So, Inch by Inch What a Cinch is an eco-conscious fashion accessory that helps solve the global problem of fabric waste. So, Inch by Inch is important because the average American throws away 81 pounds of fabric every year. And according to the EPA, 25 billion pounds of fabric ends up in landfills every year. Unfortunately, COVID has created even more waste, but retailers could change this using my product. So retailers' waste can be turned into my inch by inch extenders. Then the waste can be turned into profit. Extenders can be made out of unsold merchandise, and it helps save the environment, and it saves more money for consumers, more money for retailers, and it helps save the planet. So some of the problems I faced were as kids grow taller, their clothes become shorter. My product would allow kids to change their look with my inch by inch extenders. This will save time, money, closet space, and help the environment. So here is one of my prototypes, and this shows the difference between my original product versus my new and improved line. So here's my original inch by inch extender, and as you can see, it only extends the length of my pants. And it's easy to come on and off, so this shows it can be used for all ages. And then here, and then here is my new and improved version. And on the inside, it has a hidden pocket so you can store various items. And as I developed my product, some challenges I had were making pockets too small, difficulties with fabric, sewing on buttons, and then sewing on snaps, which is very time consuming, and trying to find out what type of item would be sturdy enough for my inch by inch swatches. And I tried to be as environmentally friendly as I could. So some fabric worked much easier than others. For example, sequin fabric and chiffon could be done, but it was very time consuming. The evolution of inch by inch was a process of trial and error. I tried using snaps, but I found them difficult to use. It also required a lot of sewing, and when pulled apart, it would leave gaps. We tried a zipper option, but it took too much time, and the zipper option had already been invented. Velcro tabs were not sturdy enough. Finally, we found double-sided hook and loop Velcro, and it was the best for us. So inch by inch solves the problem of outgrowing your clothing while also addressing other issues like wanting to save closet space, saving money, and the biggest impact to help save the environment. Through the course of my research, I reached out to fashion companies as well as waste management agencies to have a better understanding on ways we can solve this huge fabric waste issue. Europe has laws about fabric waste, but America does not. And I'm reaching out to multiple government officials to make a change for the future. My invention can impact our world for the better. Imagine if we recycled fabric waste and we were able to find a new way to recycle textiles. Thank you for listening to my presentation. My hope is my product will help solve the global fabric waste issue. Currently, my product is patent pending. I hope to see inch by inch available in stores nationwide.
Definitely. Panelists? And Brooke, if you'll start us off, please.
Got to turn on the mute, off the mute. Thank you, Isabella. That was phenomenal. It was so great. I'm super excited to try to get my hands on to learn more about the product, just the way that you were able to explain it. So I loved how you did use data and really captured my attention to explain the problem. I think for anybody that's not familiar with how you're going about deciding what product to create, understanding the problem really helps. So you had, really great points there. The other piece was I loved how you shared your lessons learned. I think that says so much about the entrepreneur, that they are, iterating, that they're listening, that they're building and testing and then improving. That's what we do. So the way that you shared how that process has happened for you is fantastic. Great job there. I'm really interested to continue to learn more, but the one thing I think I think you have a great background behind you, and I'm really interested to actually understand what it is. So one piece of advice would be to test that whatever you're presenting, that the audience can see it, so like, are the words big enough? Are the pictures big enough? Because sometimes it can be distracting for the audience if I'm trying to see what it is, but it's, it's too small or far away. So sometimes when we have slides, our text is too small, or so just one small piece of advice to consider, because you're doing a great job and I really am interested to learn more. Thank you.
Jason?
Yes, Isabella, great presentation. You taught me something new because I had no idea that there was a fabric issue at all. So that was a great, learned some real good information, and the way that you were able to have data and back up what you were saying was really, really great. Sometimes you don't see that, so great job on that. As far as any advice I would have, again, like folks said, to kind of make sure everything's kind of plain, you can see it very well during your presentation. And that I'm really, it was a great presentation. I'm looking forward to learning more about your business in this fabric.
Thank you.
Isabella, awesome job. My favorite thing is your mission and your passion. I think that's so important in entrepreneurship. There are so many ups and downs, a lot of downs. And if you're not really passionate about it, it's really hard to keep going. And so I can just see the passion behind what you're doing, which is awesome. I've also never seen a solution quite like this before. So I think it's really unique. I loved seeing the product that you had. I loved you talking about the iterations and how you got to where you are, because that's also another big part of entrepreneurship, right? Is can you iterate, face challenges, overcome, and keep going, right? And so I see the thinking process, which is awesome. Are you imagining that you would sell this like online, or you think retail is a better place for this? Like, how are you imagining like a first batch of sales?
Yeah, I would sell it to retailers for it, and my kits include shorts, skirts, dresses, rompers, and pants. So it can go out to many different types of retailers.
Cool. A couple small pieces of advice is, I think you should consider doing direct to consumer, because there are so many brands just like yours that are just getting started and catch viral on TikTok or Instagram or something, whatever kids are using nowadays. And like, it makes those brands explode, right? And because you're so digitally native, you really have access to those customers, and you can really get your brand started in an easy way there. The other thing is like, don't stop thinking big. Like, I love the big challenges, tackling big problems. As fabric waste is a major, major issue, fast fashion. And so I love just kind of tackling a huge problem. So great job.
Thank you.
Part of being an entrepreneur is embracing failure. And so as you describe that process, you wear that sticker with pride. And then the other that follows that moment of failure, because it's not fun, but you're an entrepreneur, so you keep going and you have that persistence and grit. So we love to hear about that. I know Miss Sherry, working with you in the mentorship program, has raved about how passionate you are and hardworking. So keep that up. No doubt that you're going to find success and your endeavors. So we'll see you at the graduation, and thanks for being here with us this evening. Take care, Isabella.
Bye.